Hi, Professor Bill Cummins. I'm going to start talking about my video 2 assignment. I chose to talk about the hashtag #NoDoubt movement in relation to Standing Rock issue. The issue at Standing Rock is the most recent biggest protest against Dakota Access Pipeline between the years of 2016 and 2017 in North Dakota. This been a fight for years, but recently it was months-long protest of the construction of the pipeline, and this is a fight for the protection of water of indigenous people against the pollution of their waters, the global warming issue, but moreover against the perpetuated dehumanization of Native Americans, which comes from the violence of colonization. In these protests, there were not only Native American people on the campsite, but also non-Native Americans, leaders of the Christian churches as the Methodist Church, the Nation of Islam, the Two-Spirit people, the LGBT community, Native American clerks, Native American women leaders, and also the Black Lives Matter communities were united in this big protest. Native American and environmentalists have been fighting for years against the company. However, the fight is not about the environment only and water, but it's also about religion. Pipeline is a central religious concern for the Standing Rock Sioux and Osseti Sakowin people because for them, water is life, and the religious practices are based on the relationships with land, water, and all the elements of the environment in their territories. With the destruction of their lands and water comes the destruction of their culture and religion. The places that are at risk of extinction if the pipelines are constructed are along the territories of the border of North Dakota and South Dakota, Stanley, Berthold, Sacred Stone Camp, South Dakota border, and the Missouri River. These places are extremely important for Native Americans as they have been their territories for thousands of years. So as part of the religion relationships with nature and humans and responsibilities to land and nature elements come together. Something that I want to bring up about this movement is that very few people have started to talk about the environment only when they talk about knockouts, but indigenous people have the right to defend their waters because it's their lives. And yes, everyone should be talking about climate change, but they should be talking about the consequences on Native communities that they deserve to survive because their lives are worth it defending, and they have the right to defend them just because it's not right to be involved in this movement just because it affects everybody. But the underlying issue here is that indigenous people have been under attack since the first time colonizers arrived to this lands, and they continue to be so. So this is my presentation for this video to Professor. Thank you.